Salento is a town northeast of the department of Quindio. The main route from Popayan and Cali to Bogota used to pass through Salento, but when the route was diverted, the town became isolated and did not develop as rapidly as the rest of the region. For this reason, it has retained more of its traditional colonial architecture than almost any other town in the Coffee Triangle, with a quiet and relaxed way of life, and as a result now, the town and nearby Cocora Valley are among the most popular tourist destinations in Colombia. Today we will give you 5 tips on what to do in Salento while traveling on a small budget. So in this video, we'll round up from the least recommended to the most recommended 5 places you should visit while in Salento.
Also, in our last video, we give you guys 5 beginner tips on how we travel on a small budget. These tips have enabled us to travel for a while now, and it can definitely help you to travel as well. If you haven't watched that video, don't forget to watch it after this video. And if you like this video, give us a thumbs up, leave us a comment, and most importantly, hit that subscribe button.
Number 5. Mirador. As most places in Colombia are located at pretty high elevation, there are many places that offer viewing posts, or in Spanish, Mirador. You would have an overview of the city or the fincas that spreads across Colombia.
Most of the time these places are free, so you could use this time to have lunch, you could have a picnic or just hang out with your friends, or you could just simply use this time to plan out for the next thing that you want to do. Number 4. Coffee tours. As Salento is located in a coffee triangle itself, and if you really love coffee, you should definitely do one of the tours over here in Salento. The prices ranges from 10,000 to 20,000 Colombian pesos depending on the fincas you go to. Of course, the more popular ones and the bigger fincas will definitely cost you more. So we will recommend you to go to Finca Don Elias, as it's the most budget friendly and it is one of the smaller scale fincas.
Yeah, it only costs about 10,000 Colombian pesos for 1 hour tour, where you will learn the process of coffee from the farm to cup itself. You also will pick coffee cherries and will be able to distinguish the difference between Robusta and Arabica coffee beans. Number 3. Tejo. Tejo is enjoyed by all ages in Colombia, and if you're in Colombia and haven't tried a traditional game that goes back to at least 500 years ago, then you haven't been in Colombia. The game consists of throwing a metal puck called a tejo across an alley at a distance of approximately 18.5 meters to a 1 meter by 1 meter board covered with a clay and set at a 45-degree angle surrounded by mechas, which contains gunpowder.
Unfortunately, the one we visited in Salento was a quarter size of the original size. Even then, we all had a hard time scoring. If you want to play Tejo, one just simply has to purchase a drink from the place that offers a Tejo. And if you want to know how Tejo is being played competitively, we will put up a link in our description and you can check it out there. Number 2. Horseback riding. We really enjoyed this, and in particular it was the first time in my 30 years of city boy life, and at that point of time I felt like Antonio Banderas from Zorro. Arriba! If you haven't watched that show, you should definitely watch it. I was determined to tame this wild beast named Soberano. He was really stubborn at first, but closer to the end of the ride, it felt as if I was on a motorcycle. Imagine that.
Depending on the route you take, horseback riding varies from 40,000 to 60,000 Colombian pesos. And I mean, where else you can do that for this kind of money?
It's
super cheap. However, we will recommend you to do horseback riding from Camping La Floresta. That's also the place where we camp for over a week, and Senor Omar and his son Diego take really good care of their horses. So should you want to book a tour or simply check out a place, we will leave a link in our description. Number 1. Cocora Valley. The number 1 thing anyone in Salento should do is to take a hike through Cocora Valley. This is a main reason why most of the people come and visit Salento in first place. There you will find Colombia's national tree, which is wax palm and can grow up to 60 meters high and is the tallest palm tree in the world.
There's a few routes that you can take depending on how long you want to spend in the valley itself. We were doing the loop for about 2 to 3 hours from the start to the end of Cocora Valley. If you're not up for a hike and if you just want to relax and chill, you can just head directly to the valley itself and take some selfies.
The route we took leads up to a river, which is about 20 minutes, where Art lost his hiking shoes while crossing the river, and he had to walk barefooted all the way. Imagine the pain of the city boy. It took us an additional 2 hours of slow-paced walking up the mountains, and then you will be greeted by the many mountains surrounding the valley. Just be aware, as pumas and mountain bears were spotted before.
To get to Cocora Valley, one has to take the wheelie jeep, which costs 8,000 Colombian pesos for a two-way ride. If you want to escape the crowd, we recommend you to take the first jeep at 6:30 AM, and that's what we did.
So this morning we woke up really early. We woke up at 5 AM to get ahead of all the tourists because we finally are going to visit Cocora Valley. And here in Salento is super touristy and it's really hard to escape all tourist crowds. But we did it. We are the first ones at the ticket office.
As we did it really early in the morning, we managed to escape paying the entrance fee as well. However, from the top close to La Montaña, you'd have to pay 4,000 Colombian pesos to get into the Mirador. Or if you come later and you head directly straight to the valley itself, you would have to pay for 2 entrances that cost 4,000 Colombian pesos for the first entrance, and to the magnificent mountain, you'd have to add in another 4,000 Colombian pesos. So these are the 5 things that you can do in Salento if you're on a small budget. We hope that you find these tips very useful, and if you really like this video, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel at Santa Travels.
And you can also find us on Instagram and Facebook by the same name, Santa Travels, where we share short stories of our daily lives.
Until then, peace out!
Ciao!